Hi everybody, welcome. Small Diamond here. This picture just bumped into this picture. This is straight out of camera and it's just screaming, put me into Lightroom and edit me. So let's do that. I'm thinking warm straight away. That's the first thing that's coming into my mind. Magical and warm and soft. Warm and soft always goes together. So let's, first things first, go to our split toning and let's add in a warm highlight. So I always find it's usually around these numbers, around the 30 numbers that I find, and the way I do this is I always give it full percent, go down to 0 and then just raise it up. There we go, like that. And I want to just soften things a teeny little bit, so take away just a drop of clarity. We're going to do more with that around, but this is as much, we can't take away too much there. I'm going to bring back a teeny little bit of detail. This was shot in JPEG as I always shoot in JPEG. Let me just bring a teeny bit of detail back here. I always find that JPEG, usually people underestimate the power of JPEG and overestimate the power of RAW. So I'm a big fan of JPEG. 1 second, this obviously looks terrible. Just give us a moment and we'll fix that up. Just drop the highlights down a teeny little bit. That's enough back there. See the warmth has actually come from the tint that we put on before. I want to go a little bit further with this. We're now going to go to our radial tool. Let's just get everything back to 0. I have a magic hour brush that I've created that I like a lot. So let's see how this works. Obviously we're going to invert this in just a second. There we go. And now the feathering is a very important part here. Just make sure that it's completely off of our subject, which we'll deal with in a second. We've gone a little too much here. Drop that down a little bit, that's good. And I think the clarity as well, that's fine. Okay, now we're going to recopy this, duplicate, but we're going to reset everything. And we'll take the clarity down a little bit more as well, but we're now going to drop the exposure, just to keep us really inside. And I think we're going to put another tint, a little tint, just to make it a little bit warmer here. Okay, now we're going to put in another radial blur up here, but this time it's going to be very different. I have a pre-made brush called the Magic Hour Radial, which we'll put in here, and we will bang the exposure right out. This is going to be like our kind of sun streaming in. And we need to feather that a little bit more. Okay, we're getting there. I think we're just going to sharpen the bride's face a little bit with a new brush. Okay, looking good, and maybe also her hair as well. Should just pop out a teeny drop. Okay, I think we're going to make it a little bit. I want to firstly move this a drop over. There we go, and I might actually turn it a little bit. Okay, I like that. Excellent. And I think I want to just darken this a teeny bit. I think I'm going to put a new one in actually, so I can have a little more control. And I'm going to just darken again. I prefer to use the radial tool to vignette as opposed to the vignette tool. I feel that you have more control over it. Not I feel, you do have more control over it. Let's just drop the exposure down the drop, invert the mask, and I think we are getting there. Let's have a look. If we click enter and then we press H, that gets rid of the dots. I think that's a nice move. That's we changed from here to this. Very happy with that. Okay, thanks as always for watching. All the best.